SantaCruzVoice.com. To SantaCruzVoice.com.
We'll see if we can get...
And welcome to Raising the Standards. Jacoby with you on this Saturday. I've been in the studio for a while, so delighted to be back with my buddy Bill.
Yep.
And our pal Brando.
Of course.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Doing well.
You catch any of the funeral this morning?
No, I missed the funeral. I only saw the casket.
Yeah. Did you? That's
Yeah.
it. Actually, Trump seats couldn't see the casket. They were,
You just assumed it was there.
that's right. That was the great thing about Bob Euchre. If he were watching from heaven, we know where he was sitting.
Yes.
Front row. Speaking of Euchre, I don't think I ever told you the story, Brent.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of Euchre, and I met him a couple of years ago. And
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Jacoby.
hello, Miss Rachel. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, good. What's going down?
You know why I'm good? It's
¿Por
not.
qué?
Well, it's my birthday next month.
I
It's-
know.
Are the billboards up?
Yeah, I saw one, actually, on
Did you?
Highway 1.
Well, actually, my birthday is on Father's Day.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the
Which
15th.
happens every
Oh, my God.
7 years. I mean,
Yeah.
It's
So-
the perfect day. It's Father's Day, the U.S. Open.
Yeah.
It's the last round of the U.S. Open.
Wait, I kind of think this wouldn't be good for you because you miss. Otherwise, you would get two holidays. Both of them would be about you.
Well, they all seem to be.
Are they? Are you going to tell them to double?
Oh,
Two
You
times
know,
instead of one.
the children should double.
They will, and if you double what I get from them, it's, I believe the phrase by Stevie Wonder
Is it negative?
is nothing from nothing leaves nothing.
Well, at least it's not negative.
That's, well, yeah, at least I hope to give them something.
I know. Well, that could be.
Welcome to Raising the Standard. Good show today. An old friend of Rachel and my, Sacha Boutros, will be joining us, who lives in Paris, but in order to avoid
Buddies.
the overseas call, she's in San Diego today, so we'll chat with her and play a little bit of her new music. We will do a marvelous liner notes with one of the great voices of all time, and Karen Carpenter.
Okay.
Great.
Which should be great fun. And we'll remember George Wendt.
Yeah.
Cheers. I mean, it's so nice. There's so many
know
people
George
that paid a
Wendt.
tribute to him. And we should be getting a call in just a couple of minutes.
Well, let's see if you have it. Not
from
yet,
a young
but you will.
woman who is dancing as part of the Carnival group in San Francisco. I don't know if it's Pride. It's not Pride Week. Maybe it's it's Carnival Week.
Carnival? Is
Carnival?
that Carnival?
I thought that was normally before Lent.
Yeah, see, you know more
that's
about this kind of
Mardi Gras.
stuff than I
Carnival,
do.
you know, but the Brazilians, they don't.
Never stop.
I remember, because we've got the World Cup coming back to this country next year. The last time the World Cup was here was 92 or 94. 94, and at Willow Street, the Brazilians stayed in Los Gatos, and it was insane.
Oh, I bet.
Every server we had was proposed to.
Oh,
Speaking of Willow Street, a friend of mine, Lily, is a server at Willow Street, but at her night and other day job is dancing with a carnival group. Lily, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I am just fine. Say hello to Rachel and to Brando.
hi.
Hello.
Hi, everyone. Hello.
Well, it's first of all, thanks for. I just heard about this from you the other day, and we're delighted to get you on. If folks are are going to be in the city tomorrow and perhaps want to have a shaking good time, so to speak, tell me what's happening up there tomorrow.
Okay, so as some of you know, it's Carnival weekend in San Francisco. There's going to be, all weekend from Saturday to Sunday, there's going to be celebrations and music, but on Sunday it is the Grand Parade, which is just a huge event. People come to compete, dance, and there's an after party with music and food and just all the fun that you could imagine.
Now, Lily, this isn't part of Pride Week. This is a separate event, right?
It is a separate event, yes.
Okay, now how did you get involved in this?
Oh, gosh. Well, about 3 years
Or
ago...
the part
I
of the
actually
story
came
you
to
want to
support-
tell?
Okay, let's see. I came in support of a friend, and I showed up, and then she's like, "You want to know what? Do you want to come dance?" And it was very spur of the moment, and I ended up actually dancing when I just came to support. And then since then, I've been in the parade for about 3 years now.
All right, and what is do you have a dance group? What's the name of that?
Yes, so it's Samba Conmigo. It's a Brazilian samba group.
Okay.
And it was founded by Johanna Vespera.
Now, have you ever been to Brazil?
Oh, no, it's on. I think next year we're going to make it a mission to get into the Rio de Janeiro Carnival.
Yeah.
That's our goal.
Well, there's a nice tax write-off.
Yeah, right.
That's all on business. Get down there. I was talking about while you were on hold at Willow Street in '94, which long before you were born, where the Brazilians stayed in town. And if you folks listening know Los Gatos, you could not cross the street from Willow Street, right across the street from Jazz on the Plaza, all the way down to Hannigan's, which is like a mile. And it
God.
It was just absolutely packed. And there's some great photographs that I remember. I was standing outside. We had an outside bar, and I think that time beers were $3 or something. And a guy came up and he said, I need 3 beers, but he only had a $50 bill. I said, well, take 17. It's just easier. He goes, oh, good, I'll do that. And literally every server was proposed to by the way. And the difference between Americans and Brazilians, when Americans party, they get drunk, and where Brazilians get drunk, they party. Mm-hmm. So it was fascinating. And I remember the mayor at the time had gone down to Rio to a soccer game, and he said it's so lovely down there because they have a moat all the way around. All the way around the field.
Wow.
I'm sure that's for aesthetics. I said, no. I think they don't want people getting killed. Okay, so you started, now did you dance in high school?
I actually started as a salsa dancer. Oh. So I began going to socials, and I've been dancing salsa for over 4 years now. And then I went to bachata, and then I was introduced to samba, and it's just a completely different, now that I know differences, it's so incredible being able to go from different dance styles.
Now, Rachel, did you dance?
Never. I'm not a graceful person in any way, shape, or form.
I know,
but I had a lot of friends who were dancers, and it is an incredible amount of discipline. That all my friends who were dancers too in high school, they went on to become physicians and all these crazy things, just because you have that instilled discipline.
Yeah, that's
or athletes or whatever. I mean, they went on to do really cool stuff. So.
Well, oddly enough, Bando here and I originally we were dancers.
You guys look like dancers.
Ballet.
I just wish you guys would wear more clothes when you come to the studio.
We were pole dancers. And,
I know.
And the poles broke. It wasn't pretty.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were probably being too athletic on the poles.
Yeah, those were the years when I was working for Chippendales.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the guide dogs' noses were so cold.
Yeah, I bet.
I couldn't keep good. All right, so now you had told me the other day that there's what would be analogous to Broadway, a chorus line or part of the dancers, and then there's a queen.
Ooh.
Yes. So as usual, sorry. How?
So now, so what is this called? The queen?
Yes, quite literally the queen, or really depending on the theme, it's the goddess. It's the front and center, the leader of really the carnival.
And are you going to be the leader?
Yeah, this year I am.
You are. Okay.
Yes, a lot of pressure. I'm really excited.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I woke you. Okay, so folks want to see you. I assume it's a free festival. No, they charge a cover.
Oh yeah,
just get to the street.
Actually, New York, they charge a cover now.
Yeah, now they do.
Never know.
Yep. So, what time? Where should people go?
The Embarcadero.
I'm going to guess the Mission.
It starts on 24th and Bryant in the Mission District.
Oh, you're right.
And formation is technically at 9:30 a.m., but they're going to shut down the whole district. I would recommend coming early, finding a good parking spot anywhere. and making your way over.
Okay. Lily, is there a website or anything folks can check?
Yes, for sure. You can there's a SF Carnival website, and it's just its own link. Just look up SF Carnival, and it should have all the details on there, as well as I think some KQED or other places post updates.
Well, I'd wish you the age-old blessing of break a leg, but then you got the ambulance trying to get up through traffic.
Sounds like there's gonna be a lot of traffic.
Yeah, it's not going to work.
No.
It's not going to work. Anyway, thanks for calling. You have a great weekend.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. That sounds
Thank
like
you.
fun.
Bye.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Now you've got, but you have a lot of discipline.
Me? I'm trying.
Dominatrix.
I do my best.
But you in law school now, do you
Mm-hmm.
find you have more discipline now that you're the fact that Brando and I are in handcuffs?
Oh, yeah.
I know it's something
Yep.
to do with it. But you find being in law school that's really changed you.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to. I've always had it, but you have to have it for reals. Definitely.
You actually have to use it.
You have to use it,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, and schedule is the most important thing ever.
Yeah.
Like, if you get off schedule, I mean, that can really... And then you have to find those times when you really think well. Like, I really think well in the very early morning.
And me too.
Like, 3:30, 4 o'clock in the
Yeah.
morning until, 8. Those are, really good study hours for me.
Yeah.
And then work, it's like, when you do the same work forever,
It's
it's kind
routine.
of like, you can just kind of get through. You don't have to be as sharp, but for studying, I have to be pretty sharp.
Yep.
Can't, and anything, I have to be really careful, sleep, even drinking. I like wine, and I can't, during the week, I don't drink
Really?
wine. I don't, because honestly, even a little bit of...
But you're goofy most of the weekend, right?
I'm goofy.
Because I know you have a boat at
Oh,
night,
goofy.
yeah.
I like it. That was what my uncle would say too. Goofy. Everybody was kind of goofy at that party.
He's no doubt old
That was
as
a
well.
that was a goofy party. Yeah, so you have to be and even on the weekends, I have homework on the weekends. So yeah, I have to feel pretty good
you are a
and
cheat day.
sleep and sleep too. Honestly,
Sleep.
that's another thing. It really, just set yourself up for good sleep. I'm pretty
Yeah.
boring right now, which
But
is
you're-
okay.
You're like me. You get up 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, and I wake up and I'm fresh and I'm
I'm-
alert and yes.
I am at my peak. between
Absolutely.
3 in the morning, just before I go to sleep at 8 o'clock. But
Yeah.
in the morning.
Yeah.
But as a matter of fact, the other day I was taking the garbage out, and I was coming back to the house to take a nap, and I nearly stepped on this 6-foot snake.
Whoa.
And thank God he didn't have a rattle, or he was deaf and dumb. I don't know. But it was a gopher snake. But still, my heart rate going up to 1,000
Yeah.
didn't work out for my naps.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Brandon just had this vacant look on his face going, snakes. I don't want any part of the snakes.
Yeah.
I
Crazy.
feel what the line is from Indiana Jones about
It
snakes.
had to be snakes.
It had to be snakes.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, we're Black Mirror we were talking about.
Oh
You've
yeah.
been
So I
busy.
haven't seen this yet. I've
Yeah.
I've
Black
seen
Mirror,
years ago.
It's been out for years.
Yeah, you guys are talking about a show that came out a decade ago.
Well,
but
I'm
yeah,
coming-
I'm liking
coming late
it.
to the party.
I love it, and it's a good show.
Well,
Yeah.
it's, what's great about it? It's not episodic. So you can
You can just watch any episode.
Yeah, you can just watch it anytime you want.
Oh.
And it's like Twilight Zone.
Yeah, exactly. Precisely.
Very
yeah.
well.
Okay,
very
cool.
solid. Yeah.
So what, weren't there some episodes that were particularly good? I think there was an episode that had someone in it, some actress who was really, let me figure this
The
out.
one
I
I
actually
know,
have a
the
computer.
one I know is one with Bryce Dallas Howard. About
Okay,
the,
yeah, I remember that.
about the dark side of Uber.
Interesting.
And there's one. The first one has the Prime Minister is talking about the Prime Minister of England, and it's the guy who played the Prime Minister in Diplomat.
Oh, interesting.
And I'm not going to give anything away because this spoiler alert would be huge.
Yeah.
So if you have not seen this and you're not offended easily, which of course you're listening because you're not offended easily, I'm telling you, you've got to go to season 1 of
Okay.
Black Mirror. Watch the first episode, and at about 10 minutes into it, your jaw will drop to the
Yep.
floor.
Season 1?
Season 1, the first episode.
First episode, okay.
Brilliant.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, I'm looking at some of the famous episodes, and that one's in there.
Oh,
For sure.
Beyond.
Oh, Paul
beyond
Giamatti's in it. I didn't see any of that.
Started out as a British show, and I
Yeah.
assume it still is. But,
Yeah, interesting.
Speaking of old shows on television, George Wendt died this week.
Yes.
And it's so wonderful, all the... and why don't you cue up the Cheers theme
Okie
song?
dokie.
But it's so wonderful that in the response, I guess, and all the how many people were touched by Norm and that character. And I was saying to Rosie the other day on the air, Rosie and I are from, well, the generation before us, the turning points culturally were Pearl Harbor, and then as we came on the scene, the Kennedy assassination, 9/11. But with the advent of Nickelodeon and the reruns of all these shows, that is a shared experience, like you, Seinfeld, and Friends, and and it's been 30 years since Cheers went off the air.
Yeah.
And of course,
the spinoff Frasier and how popular that was.
That was probably the most popular spinoff.
Probably it was almost more popular than Cheers.
Think Cheers was probably the best intro song of
was.
most of. I mean, just if you think about the whole structure of it. I mean, it's very catchy. It's very happy, but then also it's instrumental, which is really nice.
Well, it also says lyrically the one thing you want about a bar. You want to go where everybody knows your name.
Yep.
And in the great words of Norm Peterson, how are you? He says, it's a dog-eat-dog world, and I'm wearing milk-bone underwear, which kind of summed it up. While we're playing, we'll take you back a little bit, play a little bit of that Cheers theme song, and while we're doing that, you can tell me actually who vocaled it. He made up a word, and who wrote the tune. You're listening to Raising the Standards, the Internet's finest hour.
Anywhere.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? All those nights when you've got no lights, the check is in the mail, and your little angel hung the cat up by its tail, and your third fiancé didn't show. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name. Roll out of bed, Mr. Coffee's dead. The morning's looking bright. And your shrink ran off to Europe and didn't even write. And your husband wants to be a girl. Be glad there's one place in the world where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna go where people know people are all the same. You wanna go where everybody knows your name.
You never hear the lyrics to that.
I know, it's good.
And they just do that one line.
But the vocals are so good. The harmony is so good.
Who did
and
the vocals?
Dave Portnoy, who also co-wrote it.
Okay.
And it's like, it's also like that trumpet coming in at the end of it. I mean, it's definitely got, like, as a song, it's really well done, honestly.
And Brando was talking about the fact that probably the biggest spin-off of all time was that show. They also did something that was quite extraordinary, is they replaced a main character with another character who was also extremely popular when Diane left and Rebecca came in.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which was amazing.
Yeah.
And that was, you have Uber do it. I'm asking too much.
Didn't they replace? Oh wait, well I'll remember my question. You keep going.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
Didn't they replace
they
George's
replaced-
dad with Jerry Stiller on Seinfeld?
Yes,
Didn't
they
it?
did.
God,
Yes, but George's dad,
But-
and I think they replaced Seinfeld's parents too.
I
didn't
think
they?
so too, but what a save, because Jerry
Yeah.
Stiller
That
was
was brilliant.
Do you remember that scene where he's arguing with Elaine in the hospital and she's saying like, and he's saying, "You want a piece of me?" And she's like, "I'll drop you like a bag of dirt." You have to Google, when you have a second, go to YouTube and do the bloopers for that scene, because she could not, when he says, "You want a piece of me," she just busts out laughing every single time. And then she has to respond with, "I'll drop you like a bag of dirt," which is like, how do you say that without laughing? That's so funny.
Yeah.
And they go back, they laugh, and it is the most heartwarming thing you've ever seen.
Well, and the episode where he was cooking in Korea.
Oh my God.
And Elaine wanted to find out what the manicurists were talking about.
Oh
That
God.
was, now that I think about
And
it.
then that woman he had hooked up with
Yes.
was one of the manicurists. Yeah.
exactly.
Kim?
The other thing about Cheers is the coach, who was originally the bartender, passed away, and they brought in Woody Harrelson. My other great show that I've seen, like you and I watched Seinfeld from those years, was Wings.
Oh, I know Wings.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. They're
Yeah.
from different generations, but just
Sorry. What? Am I not allowed to live?
She's
God, it's so strict around here.
Caitlin Clark in the
God, I'm just
studio.
trying to live. I'm just trying to live.
Middle of the conversation, she slammed dunk.
Just trying to live my life.
Yeah.
You know.
Boy, how's that discipline going?
I'm just trying to.
Ah,
Just trying to be me.
Need some goddamn wine.
Didn't expect the commentary on me just trying to be me.
Hey, but you used to watch Wings?
Yeah, a little bit.
Remember
Yeah.
Brian, the younger brother, was in love with a helicopter pilot,
Oh, yes.
and her name was Alex. And he got on the microphone. He was going to sing a tune to Alex. And he goes, "Alex, nothing rhymes with Alex,
That's
except
right.
for maybe now. Nothing rhymes with Alex.
So funny.
Nothing rhymes with Sacha except wonderful voice." And with us on the line, our dear friend Sacha Boutros. Hello, my dear. You there?
Hello.
Let me hit the button again.
That's right. Sasha,
There
you there?
There, we should have it.
That should be our winner.
Hi, how are you guys?
We're
Doing well.
fine. Just having too many giggles and delighted to hear from you. How are you, my dear?
I hear that. It's okay. I always want to go where somebody knows my name.
Well, and this is the place, and we're I have long since you came and appeared at Jazz on the Plaza when I was doing that in Los Gatos, and that wonderful evening. I think Rachel, you were there, where Sasha was on stage, and
Absolutely.
she called our other dear friend Paula West up, and they did that beautiful version of
It's
"Fly Me to
incredible.
the Moon."
Yep.
So you talked
That
to
was so much fun.
It was. Did you talk? Have you talked to Paula lately?
I have talked to Paula lately. She's doing good. She's playing often at a new place called Keys in San Francisco.
All right, you are living in Paris, but for a time you're in San Diego, right? You still there? Kind of breaking
I'm
up.
still here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, first of all, tell me a little about living in Paris.
Living in Paris, work
Yeah.
of art. Everywhere you go, it's a work of art.
Yeah.
It's fabulous.
And it's a great jazz town. Always has been.
Yes, there's jazz everywhere. There's jazz clubs everywhere, and there's jazz all over the streets. People are performing everywhere.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of music. I think it's like kind of like New Orleans in French.
Now,
It's different jazz.
you have. I know you, and we don't go into great detail, but you've had a few physical problems as of late. You're doing better.
Yes, I had cancer twice, and so I am doing better.
I didn't mean to describe cancer as a few minor problems. That's obviously a major problem, but you're doing good. You're in remission.
I'm in remission. I'm doing good, and I'm working on a bunch of new projects, and I'm excited.
Well,
good.
why don't you share the excitement with us and tell us what projects you're working on?
So come September, since I actually have Music Without Borders series that I'm founding in San Diego that I hope that will travel, and I'm releasing a new album called Paris After Dark. It's years of French and American composers in the City of Light. The album is, I would say, 60% in French and the rest in English, with one Italian song on there that's French Italian. And it's the sounds of the city after dark, 100 years of Sidney Bechet and Charlie Chaplin, and all the way up to Dalida and Gilbert Bécaud. So it's modern and old music alike, but it's all jazz, and it's kind of like what you hear if you're on a bus, in a nightclub, in a jazz club, at the grocery store. It's
Oh,
the
that sounds
soundtrack of
great.
Paris.
Isn't that funny, Rachel? Last week at Sacha, we had Eric Scott Reed on, the pianist, who his new CD is out late. It's kind of the music of New York and the feelings of being out late there. So is this in the can now, or you're going into the studio?
This is in the can. So It was recorded in 2003 in Paris with a bunch of French jazz legends, and it's a sequel to the album I did before, which was New York After Dark, which is the sound of the city after dark, and this one's Paris After Dark. So I'm excited to present it in La Jolla at the Conrad in September, and the musicians are going to be coming on tour, and we're going to be going from Seattle down to, all through down California, and we finish in San Diego.
Who other than me wish I had said is that in the cons now? That would have been very clever. Wouldn't have worked. When you say you're coming down from Seattle, are you gonna stop here to see us? You gonna do Kawamba or anything?
I'm still working on that, and I'm hoping we might actually stop in Napa.
Okay.
So I was working on that, and so I'll let you know, because I would love to see you again.
Okay, we would love to see you. Now, you have just sent me, and we've got a few minutes more to chat, but you sent me a version that you just recorded of an old Mills Brothers tune. Their most notable recording, I guess, up until yours. Tell me a little bit about your rendition of "Till Then."
So Till Then is a war town. It's part of Americana, which was an album we recorded last year with Louis Nash, Johnny Martino, Houston Person, and Pete Washington. And this is one of the tracks from that album, and it's basically all the love songs that America put out during the war, and other songs that were pertinent to the war, like "We'll Meet Again" and things like that. And so they're just a love. It's just love. It's all about love. The whole album is about the hope of love, and it's something that we as Americans, I feel, sometimes forget about as we're fighting for this country, and people are saying, "Make America great again." I'm saying, "Make America love again."
No.
And I'm just reminding them of the most beautiful music that traversed the globe at a time that wasn't very good, but yet it was very hopeful and it was very inspiring. And the Mills Brothers are at the head of that with some of the most beautiful songs ever written.
Well, as we, this month, as a matter of fact, marked the 80th anniversary of VE Day and the end of World War II, Pacific Theater ended a little bit later in August. There were so many remarkable tunes that came out of that. And as you say, whether they were aimed at lonely, weary soldiers, like "I'll Be Seeing You" and those great tunes, and just the uplifting White Cliffs of Dover that just said, it's a dark time, but we got to keep on keeping on.
Yes, that's actually on the album, the Vera Lynn songs. That and the other one, and they're just so beautiful. They're really hopeful. They're inspiring.
They are,
because
indeed.
Even though things are gray sometimes, there's always a little silver lining. We can look for that silver lining. We can find hope somewhere, somehow, in ourselves and in others.
For a relatively young woman, you certainly have an old soul, and it comes out wonderfully in your music. What have you got on your bucket list, Sacha, that you'd like to record at some point?
I would like to do a big band record, actually.
Ooh, fun.
Supper Club. All big band and also a Latin jazz, like a Latin orchestra record. So I write a lot of music, so I got to debut it in the LA Opera March. In March, I got to debut one of the pieces I wrote and on Son, and so it felt fantastic to play with the whole orchestra. So I really would love to do a big band record and also a project of all of my own compositions, because most people don't know that I play the piano and percussion and that I write music, and I write words and I write music and lyrics. So it would be nice to do that one day and stray off a little bit from the mainstream.
Well, it sounds like wonderful goals, and unlike Brando and myself, you have something to live for.
True.
That hit home too much. Rachel's about to slam dunk.
Oh my God, you guys! You have a lot to live for. Yeah.
What are you guys talking about?
If we knew we were
That's a good
talking about.
Thing to do.
Stuff. Yeah.
So listen, folks want to find out more about your music. Can they buy? I know they can download your stuff, probably on Amazon and everything. But what if somebody wants to get a hold of some of your CDs? Can they buy them on your website?
Yes, and they can go to iTunes, and my name is spelled like a cha-cha, Sacha, SACHA, BOUTROS. They can just put me in iTunes, and I pop up everywhere, and there's a whole bunch of new music, a whole bunch of live from Capitol Records that we did with Al Schmidt right before he passed away, a whole bunch of American songbook stuff, Latin stuff, French stuff. So please, thank you. And thank you to your listeners. Thank you to you guys.
We're delighted that you took a moment to... how long are you in San Diego for?
Just a few more days. I'm going to go home. I haven't been home for about 5 months because I was getting over that.
Yeah, the cat's probably
the uncomfortable. Yeah, so I get to go home, so I'm really excited, and I get to finish the projects and finish the album. The album's finished, but we're just working on the art right now to get it out and ready for radio in September.
Quick question about San Diego. Do you love fried chicken?
Yes, but what does San Diego have to do with fried chicken?
Have you been to Crack Shack?
Oh, the Crack Shack, yes.
Great.
Okay, well,
Best
that makes
chicken
sense.
I've ever had.
Okay.
I
Something to look forward to now.
I originally Googled the Crack House, and that was not the right.
That's not the right spot.
No, my teeth fell out.
Oh my God.
Anyway, thank you, darling. We're going to play a little of your new music, of which we spoke, and a little bit of Till Then, Sacha Boutros. You take care of yourself.
Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate you. Thank you, Michael.
Of course.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.
Have a happy Saturday, everyone.
You too.
Till then, my darling, please wait for me. Till then, no matter when, it will be someday. I know I'll be back again. Please wait till then. Our dreams will live though we are apart. Our love, I know we'll keep in our hearts. Till then, when all the world will be free, please wait for me. Although there are oceans we must cross and mountains that we must climb, I know every gain must have a loss. So pray that our loss is nothing but time. Till then, let's dream of what there will be. Till then, we'll call on each memory. Till then, when I can hold you again, please wait till then. mountains that we must climb. I know that every gain must have a loss, so pray that our loss is nothing but time. Till then, let's dream of what there will be. Till then, we'll call on each memory. Till then, when I can hold you again, please wait till then.
Sacha Boutros. Till then. What a lovely version of that tune. By the way, did anybody catch the fact that I went into my usual flow of consciousness and she busted me? When I went, hey, you like fried chicken?
Oh, yeah, I loved that. Yeah.
What are you
Called
talking
you
It's a new
right
jazz club in
out.
San Diego. Fried chicken.
Called you right out. I'm not getting away with nothing around here.
You know, I got to get the sponsors in.
Pretty cool.
Free plug.
I like it.
Let's do liner notes.
Oh, good.
Today, one of the truly great voices of mine, or any generation, Karen Carpenter. Yes, her recordings were, for the most part, pretty lightweight. The poster girl for pop, if you will. In fact, if you were to turn on the radio in the 70s, odds were pretty good you'd get an earful of Karen and her brother Richard. The Carpenters were everywhere. From their 1970 appearance on Ed Sullivan, which also featured B.B. King and Tony Bennett, to variety specials and sold-out tours, they were big. Speaking of big, along with Karen, I'm a big fan of showstoppers on Broadway. Somewhere from West Side Story, A Chorus Line's What I Did for Love, and Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice's Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. The song was originally recorded in 1976 by Julie Covington for the concept album Evita, based on the life, of course, of First Lady Eva Perón. It wasn't until 2 years later that the stage production opened. It won't be easy. You'll think it's strange when I try to explain how I feel, that I still need your love after all I've done. In 1996, Madonna would star in a film adaptation, releasing her own version of the song. Incredibly, it was 48 years ago this very day that Carpenter went into the studio and produced what I consider to be a masterpiece, Don't Cry for Me, Argentina. The truth is, I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. Enjoy.
strange when I try to explain how I feel, that I still need your love after all that I've done. You won't believe me, all you will see is a girl you once knew, although she's dressed up to the nines, at sixes and sevens with you. I had to let it happen, I had to change, couldn't stay all my life down in here, looking out at the window, staying out of the sun. So I chose never expected it to. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. And as for fortune and as for fame, I never invited them in, though it seemed to the world they were all I desired. They are illusions. They're not the solutions they promise to be. The answer is here all the time. I love you and hope you love me. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through my wild days, my mad existence, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance. Have I said too much? There's nothing more I can think of to say to you. But all you have to do is look at me to know that every word is true.
Wow, that's something.
She's
she
incredible.
Did have what an extraordinary voice, and what a tragic story.
Oh my gosh, this poor woman. Absolutely. Well, and dying at 32. I
Yeah.
mean, that's
still young. That's such a short life.
Ooh,
That's still young. That's
so young.
preaching to her ears.
Yeah, Brandon. Hello.
32 is still young.
32. That's a baby.
That's pre-cougar.
She's a baby.
Oh, speaking of very sad news about celebrities, did you hear about Billy Joel?
Oh, I did.
Apparently he fell
Yeah.
on stage. Had to get helped up, and he has a brain disorder, so he's canceled all of his concerts.
I know. And you know what? My aunt had tickets to a concert
in Las Vegas?
In no, or wherever when he was
Yeah.
coming up to SAP or one of those.
Yeah.
Soon too. I mean, she was going to
it
go
was gonna get canceled.
soon.
Well, you know, the story when I saw him in New York, it was just amazing.
Yeah.
One of the great performances.
Oh,
I've ever seen.
absolutely.
All right, so we're watching enough Life and Death. We're watching Mobland, right?
Right, of course.
How many episodes are left?
Let's look, but I'm caught up. Are you?
Yeah, I'm caught up. It's my wife, and I'm not talking to her.
You're not talking to her today?
Probably. Are we watching Mobland?
I was just going to say, you're so lucky she's calling you.
Well, it's just I'll say hello, she'll say goodbye.
She probably pocket dialed you.
Not even going to go.
Aloha.
But But the problem is, you have to wait. That's why I prefer A, like Black Mirror, so it's
Okay.
not episodic, or B, to get them all out so I can
you don't like
literally
to
binge
wait.
them. Because I have this great fear of, that when I die, I'll die in the middle of a series.
Oh my
And
God.
St. Peter, my first question, it'll be wrong. Well, I'll say, so what happened in Mobland?
Oh my God, we only have 2 more episodes.
So there's only 2 episodes left. I'm
We've
up to
got-
date as well.
it's only 10.
Comes out tomorrow, right? Or came
Yeah,
out
that's
Friday.
going to be
Yeah.
Beggar's Banquet.
Yeah.
And then the next week is going to be The Beast and Me, and then it's
If
over.
you're not watching it, folks, it is just, Helen Mirren is so evil.
She is so evil.
She is, and she doesn't. She's got to be almost 90.
I mean, she is incredible.
Yeah.
She's so. Is she really? I mean, she is so.
She's at least 88 or 90.
79.
Oh, she's only 79.
Yeah. July 26,
Spring chicken?
1945.
Oh, she looks.
I mean, she's 200
That's
years old,
post-cougar.
but you know, yeah, she's
That sounds like a great punk rock band name.
Post-
Post Cougar.
What a beautiful woman, Helen
She
Mirren.
is what a talented
So
woman.
beautiful. Have you seen Kris Jenner?
No.
Oh, I'll show you a picture right now.
Okay. Well,
This
great.
is a.
Everybody lean into their.
Oh yeah.
computers.
Well, I'll just Google
Does she
it.
just not get it?
Just
Right.
Google it, guys. I don't know what's going on. Kris
Well,
Jenner
well,
has a new face. Is what I was going to tell
She
you.
has a new face?
She pretty much has a new face.
Okay.
This is, of course, Kim's wife, Kim's
Stepmom.
mother. Kim's mother. Mother.
Now, what's Bruce's name now?
Bruce is Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn. Is that her father?
No, Caitlyn and Kris were married. Yeah, so Kris Jenner was married to Bruce Jenner.
Okay.
And Bruce Jenner is the decathlete.
Right.
And then Bruce Jenner became Caitlyn Jenner.
Right.
And Kris is no longer married to him.
Right, yeah.
Her, not
But they
to,
still live together,
you know.
don't they?
I don't believe they live together because Caitlyn is now with another lady.
Okay, but
Which
Caitlyn,
is kind of wild
but
because
Caitlyn is. How do I say this delicately? He didn't do the full Monty.
No, he didn't
was
do
not
the-
on Chopped.
no, she was not on Chopped. And the thing that's kind of wild though, so this is kind of interesting. You know, she and Kris broke up, I
Yeah.
think, because she was becoming a woman.
Yes.
But did
And
she?
then-
Did she do all the hormonal stuff?
I think she
don't
still
know if
is.
she did all the hormonal stuff.
No,
I
but
don't
did she
know.
do? I mean,
I don't know, Dr. Jacoby. I'm not sure.
did she get like a really bad attitude?
You know, if you write
I'm
her,
wondering.
if you write her a very passionate letter, you might be
Well-
able to get some information.
Well, Brando may find her at computer dating.
Oh, computer dating. Computer dating.
That's a possibility.
So
Would
this
that be
is-
great?
They're trying to set me up on Tinder. Please help.
Well, I think you should do it. I mean, I think you'd be great, Brando.
Yeah.
You know? Oh my God, my phone is
That's
so
how
slow
I mean, I
in
prefer
here.
organically, so I do the even though I've heard a song, it's all about picking up girls at grocery stores.
Yeah, that's
so
organic.
finding girls organically
Exactly.
might actually work.
That's true. That's true.
Okay.
And it's.
Oh wow!
Here's the picture you need to see.
I'm going to look at this.
She looks like her daughter.
Oh my lord! Now, what folks at home? This is wonderful for them.
Now, this
Google
is
it. She
just Google it,
she
Kris
looks
Jenner,
different.
and then
From
look at
the
the
official
pictures.
source of
My
People
God.
magazine.
What did they do with all
And
the
she's
extra
a-
skin?
I believe she's a 70-year-old woman,
Is
and
she?
she probably looks, what would you say, 30?
She looks
25?
Like her 40s, like her daughter.
40,
yeah,
35?
yeah.
See, I don't really know.
Now, is there a large knob on the back of the neck that you twist and that pulls all the skin back?
So I heard a little bit about it. They cut you up at the forehead area. They cut you near the ears, and then they cut you in the back, and then they just pull everything. So that's the only thing is you lose a lot of the kind of plumpness and collagen in your face. But she still has she has really good bone structure, Kris Jenner. So it works. But the difference is quite astounding.
It is.
Armenians.
It's pretty incredible. Yeah, she has lovely skin. It's just it's like, so this is 2025. What does 2035
And
look like? I mean, this is an insane.
The plastic surgeon, I believe the name is pronounced Frankenstein.
She looks the same age as her
Frankenstein.
daughters.
Yeah.
That's what's so wild. I mean, she
Yeah.
looks the same age as her daughters. I mean,
Yeah.
her skin is very tight. It's
What are
very
the
like
younger two daughters named?
there's-
Kylie.
Oh
and-
well, Kylie's the supermodel. Oh no, Kylie's the makeup one.
Okay.
She's the richest one, Kylie, because she has that huge makeup line. So I think it's
Oh.
called Kylie.
Okay.
And then the other one is Kendall. She's a supermodel. She's the poorest one.
Yeah.
And-
models don't make money.
But still,
that's like
you
a
know,
joke.
millions and millions.
And
but
Kim has something huge. What was that?
Skims.
Oh, that's right.
you
That's
remember
right.
Kim.
Nicki Minaj has one of those too
And the scandal
that you can land an airplane on.
The idea, what people say, is that the mom released it
Yeah.
so that there would be some press because the tape was with Ray J, who was pretty famous at the time.
right.
I mean, Ray J had some hits, some beats. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
We know what you
So,
mean.
you know what I mean?
Have
Are you
you
guys watching the Diddy trial?
I was just going to say, have you testified
Holy
yet?
cannoli. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Poor Usher.
Yeah.
Usher. He adopted Usher when Usher was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
Did we know this?
No.
I did not know that.
Man, for somebody that's in law school,
Oh my
she's just up on all this
And
stuff.
Usher would, you don't even know. So my summer class is a lot lighter. So
I
I'm
guess
watching
so.
crazy television right now. I'm watching a show called Poly Family. You
I
got to
know
check out
that
this show. It's on
No,
TLC.
I'm not gonna
Okay, let me
watch
tell you why
it.
this is a really interesting show.
Okay.
So
believe
why? So I met a polyamorous couple years ago at a wedding. And
this is multiple partners.
multiple partners. And so they kind of explained to me, like, the husband has girlfriends and then the wife has boyfriends. If they're out with their boyfriends or he's out with his girlfriends and the main partner or the husband or the wife needs something, they leave those. Those girlfriends are not top priority. The wife is top priority.
Oh,
this is
that's
different.
yeah.
This is a poly family. So this is where two couples get together
Okay.
and then just start populating. So they switch off.
Yeah.
They switch off every night, and the boys don't hook up. Just the girls. They make that very clear at the very beginning. The boys do not hook up, and the girls are not both into each other. One of them is bisexual. The other one is not. So they hook up with their respective partners. So they don't know who the father of any of the kids are. So they all are popping out these kids. They don't know who the father is, and then they go to an attorney because they want to all be parents of all the children. And the attorney's like, no. Because you can't. A kid can't have four
Tax
parents.
purposes.
I find that just absolutely disgusting. Do they have an opening in the house next door?
Wild. I don't know. Let me take you through some photos. You might not want to join.
Okay.
Let me take
is there
you
an
through.
A train around?
There might. I hope so because we got to get out of here. We got to
please.
I
hit.
didn't realize.
Check,
I didn't
please.
realize I needed an AV.
Well,
slot.
you guys liked it when I was busier. Now I have a little bit more time, and I'm a little bit more less distracted.
Have we got time for the charades? No. Okay. The A train is on its way in. Oh, next week, Tony Baker, whom we love from Baker's Bacon. And trust me, Tony, if you're listening, bring us bacon. As always, this show's been for Mark, for Georgianne, and for you until next Saturday at noon here on Santa Cruz Voice and anytime on your favorite streaming service when we once again raise the standards. I'm Jacoby. I'll see you soon.